Hello. So, I wanted to shoot this video because yesterday I said I had two things to share and I didn't. I only shared one thing. And so, the second thing that I wanted to share was somebody sent me a message and they asked, like, how are you able to keep moving forward? Like, how are you able to be so strong? Like, how? I don't understand. Like, how? And so I wanted to create this video just to kind of address how. And I don't have a truthful answer as to how. I can make an assessment or give y'all my opinion as to how. But prior to this happening, I did a lot of work, a lot of spiritual work, a lot of psychological work. I'm a big advocate for mental health. And so, you know, I was looking at a TikTok video and there was this guy that said he was a personal development junkie. That's me. I was the personal development, professional growth and training junkie. Like, I would invest money, like tons of money on workshops, classes, like boot camps, all kind of stuff, all over too. Like, I would fly to something if it would help me. And so after about 6-7 years of doing all kind of stuff, right, I realized something. And I realized that most personal growth and development, most therapy, counseling, all of that stuff, people go to that stuff because they feel like there's something wrong. Like there's something wrong that needs to be fixed. And I say that because for the first 6, 7, 8 years of my journey, I was trying to fix myself. Like there was something wrong with me. There was something wrong with how I grew up. There was something wrong with my family. There was something wrong. Like something was really wrong with me, my life, my family, everything. And then I realized that no matter how hard I try, no matter what I do, I'll never be able to fix myself. And I realized that there is nothing wrong with me. And when I realized that, it was a paradigm shift for me. Like it was almost like the whole world opened up, like I could see clearly. And from that moment forward, it wasn't about trying to fix myself. It was more about trying to express myself. Because of everything that I had been through in my life, what I had actually done was shut myself down and I started hiding from the world. I started, not expressing how I feel, not expressing my thoughts. I started just like closing myself off and just hiding, right? And so then my journey began with, how do I express myself? If it's not about fixing yourself, what is it about? And so I learned how to accept everything about myself. I learned that there's nothing wrong with emotions, right? And through that process, I learned how to be with my emotions, how to express them, right? Which I think all of that work got me to this place where I can actually share my emotions with the world and be okay with it. So going back to the original question, when people ask, like, how are you dealing with this stuff? I think because of all of the work that I did, I built a solid relationship with myself. A solid, strong relationship with me. And my belief is the me that I built a relationship with is my inner child. And so because I built that solid relationship, now that I'm going through this horrible experience, it's bad, but I can manage it. Like, I can manage the emotions. I can manage, the thoughts. I can manage all of that stuff, and I have perspective. And so, trying to think, is there something else that I wanted to share? Oh yeah, and so that's one part of it, is doing all of the personal development, growth, healing work. Supported me in building a strong, solid relationship with myself. But what it also did is it created space. And so what I believe is, once you've been through so much trauma and just craziness, hurt, pain, all kind of stuff, you really don't have space to be with anything. And that's why I feel, or I think that, people are so angry and upset, because they don't have space. They don't have tolerance for anything else. And so when you don't have tolerance and you don't have space, then life will throw you a curveball, and then it just takes you out. And so my video this morning, where I was saying I'm starting to question my distance with God, because when I look at everything that I've been through, and when I look at all of the people in my life, I can kind of see how, like, I was prepared for this moment. And it may sound weird, but when it comes to what to do, whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically, I have the intellectual knowledge on what to do. And I have the support system of people that even if I needed to call and say, hey, this is what I'm dealing with, what do I need to do? They'll tell me. And so I don't think that's no coincidence. And so going back to the original question, when people ask me how, that's how I'm dealing with it. And, I think my next level of personal development and growth is, I was reading in one of my books, and they were talking about self-actualization. And self-actualization is allowing the world to see your most authentic self. That's self-actualization. And that's something that I've been working towards. And to self-actualize, you have to be willing to allow the world to see all of you with nothing to protect. Like, it's a space where I don't think you get rid of the ego, but the ego no longer has power over you. So I think that's all I have for this video, but I really wanted to share it because some people come to this page and they'll see me expressing myself, and they'll be like, well, you should go get therapy, or you should go do this, or you should go do that. And trust me, I have friends, right? Therapist friends. And, I have a support system. And if that is something that I choose to do, then I'll do that. But I think right now, what my spirit is leading me to do, which is to do what I'm doing, which is sharing, being authentic, expressing myself. So that's my video for today. And I hope you all are having a great day. And we'll see what shows up for tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.